Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also. That will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of second week of the August month. The session will be very interesting and important. So do pay attention till the end, as you will be learning multiple things that will be benefiting in your preparation. So let's start. First, in August, Union Cabinet has approved dash rupees for a last mile broadband connectivity plan for 6.4 lakh villages across India as a part of BharatNet project. Right, this is to provide internet, correct, even in the remote areas, so that last mile broadband connectivity plan can be achieved. Correct, it is for 6.4 lakh villages. Correct, under this 6.4 lakh villages will be covered, so that internet can be provided even those in areas. What is the amount of money that was approved by Union Cabinet for the same? It is 1.39 lakh crore rupees were approved for the same to provide broadband connectivity for 6.47 lakh villages across India as a part of BharatNet project. This will be a change in execution strategy and the main focus on providing optical fiber based connection. See, optical fiber, we have seen multiple times that these wires are being used in our connection. Why? The reason is because there is a less loss of signals. This works on total internal reflection principle, correct, and there is a very less loss of signals while using these types of wires. Then remember, the last mile connectivity, it will be delivered by special purpose vehicle that was named Bharat Broadband Network Limited. This is an arm of BSNL only in partnership with village level entrepreneurs. So correct option here becomes 1.39 lakh crore was approved by Union Cabinet for connectivity or for the last mile broadband connectivity plan for 6.4 lakh villages across India, and this was under BharatNet project. Right, next, in which among the following states or UT the PLI, that is your postal life insurance, has recently introduced a pilot program for direct incentive disbursement to recognize the role of its sales force. So remember, it is in Delhi. It is in Delhi and Uttarakhand. Both 2 and 3 is the right option here. Right, in Delhi and Uttarakhand, that Delhi is your UT and Uttarakhand is your state. Correct. So this PLI scheme has been recently introduced as a pilot project in these two areas. Right, what is a pilot project? It is based on a trial basis. Correct, and it is for direct incentive disbursement to recognize the role of their sales force. Right, that is their sales people. Then remember, this initiative is their agents initiative program, under which the agents that are the salesperson commissions from the previous months directly transferred to their post office saving bank account, resulting in swift and secure transaction. I repeat, this is for their salesperson's team, and the commissions from the previous month's sales will be directly transferred to their post office saving bank account, resulting in swift and secure transaction. It was from Delhi and Uttarakhand. If asked about UT, then Delhi. If asked about state, then Uttarakhand. And in these two areas, it was launched on a pilot basis. This is your PLI scheme, that is your postal life insurance scheme, which is for the direct disbursement of incentives into the bank account of these sales people. Next, which government office or department recently signed an MOU with 35 institutions across India for collaboration in standardization and conformity assessment? So remember, it is your BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standards. They recently signed MOU with 35 institutions across India, and it was for collaboration in standardization and conformity assessment. The institutions included various NITs, government and private engineering colleges from different states, and this MOU will basically enhance the standard formulation activities in those institutions. So it was 35 institutions across India, along which government offices and department have signed this MOU for standardization and conformity assessment, right? And it was along with BIS. Next, Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi launched e-portal, that is Bharatiya Vastra Exam Shilpa Kosh, a repository of textile and crafts in Delhi. Which institute has recently developed the portal in collaboration with the Ministry of Textile? So remember, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched this e-portal, that is Bharatiya Vastra Evam Shilpa Kosh. This is a repository of textile and crafts in Delhi, right? And the question asked here is that who developed this portal? This Bharatiya Vastra Evam Shilpa Kosh, this was developed by National Institute of Fashion Technology, that is your NIFT, correct? This was launched during the 9th Handloom Day celebration that was held at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi, right? This was presided over by the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi. Then next question can be asked is that this event was jointly hosted by whom? It was jointly hosted by Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise along with Ministry of Textiles, right? And this event was attended over by more than 3,000 weavers and artisans across India. So coming back, this Bharatiya Vastra Evam Shilpa Kosh, this was launched or developed by National Institute of Fashion Technology in collaboration with Ministry of Textiles, and this was jointly hosted by Ministry of Textiles along with Ministry of MSME. Then this was during the event, that is the 9th Handloom Day, the event for which was held at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi, hosted or presided over by the Prime Minister of India.
Next, which state has implemented one district, one product scheme? It is implemented by Gujarat. Then, which government is planning to build a dam worth 6,134 crore rupees? It is being built by, and it is Haryana government. IMT Kharkhoda is also in Haryana government. EV plant that will be designed by Maruti Suzuki is coming in this IMT Kharkhoda. Next thing, remember, if we are talking about third edition of G20 Anti-Corruption Working Group meeting, where this will be held? This will be held in Kolkata. Next, which academy has joined and became the 10th member of Interpol Global Academy Network? It is CBI Academy, which is located in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. Then, Meri Mati Mera Desh. Meri Mati Mera Desh. This is the campaign launched by which state? It was launched by Maharashtra. Or if the name of person is asked, Chief Minister, so Eknath Shinde launched this Meri Mati Mera Desh campaign. Then which is the 21st IIM? It is IIM Mumbai. Correct. It is located in Maharashtra, and National Institute of Industrial Engineering has become the 21st IIM of India. Then next, remember Mo Jangal Jami Yojana. Mo Jungle Jami Yojana. As the name suggests, Mo, it is related to Odisha.
Next, what was the theme of United Nations International Day of the World's Indigenous People 2023 that was observed across the globe on 9th of August? So, what is the theme of this UN International Day of World Indigenous People? The theme here that you need to remember is option 3, Indigenous Youth as Agents of Change for Self-Determination. Right? Highly important, remember this. This particular day in UN International Day of World Indigenous People, this day is also known as World Tribal Day. That is World Tribal Day. Correct. And the first ever day of the World Indigenous People or the World Tribal Day was observed on 9th of August 1995. Correct. Next. When was the National Javelin Day observed across India? Remember, it was the second ever edition of this National Javelin Day. Correct. This day was observed for the second time when on 7th of August 2023. So remember, on 7th of August in 2021, this was the first ever edition. In 2022, sorry, it was the first ever edition, as Neeraj Chopra has won gold medal for India in the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Correct. And Neeraj Chopra, he is from Haryana. He won the gold medal in this javelin throw. So in order to remember this, National Javelin Day will be observed across India on 7th of August to commemorate the day on which Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal for India in the Tokyo 2020 Games. And he became the first Asian athlete to win an Olympic gold in the men's javelin throw. So it was started and the first ever edition was observed in 2022. Then the second edition is being observed this year in 2023. Right? And remember, on 11th of August in 2021, it was Athletics Federation of India that declared that 7th of August every year from 2022 onwards will be observed as your National Javelin Day. Next, name the bank that recently inaugurated 34 transaction banking hubs across 21 district centers across India. So it is your State Bank of India. They have recently inaugurated 34 transaction banking hubs across 21 centers across India. These hubs will aim to provide efficient and quick banking transaction facilities to the customers. Here, SBI's goal is to meet all customer needs and offer comprehensive solutions for transaction, payment, and collection requirement in one place. The bank aims to transform their transaction banking services and current account related offerings to enhance their customer experience. So these 34 transaction banking hubs across 21 district centers will be set up by State Bank of India. Right. Next, remember, SBI is also the bank that has launched their own bank that is specifically dedicated to funding the startups. First of which was launched in Bangalore, and a similar kind of branch will be also opening in Gurgaon soon. Next, Bank of Baroda, they intended to sell up to dash of their ownership in the credit card division of Bank of Baroda Financial Solutions. So Bank of Baroda intended to sell up to 49% of their ownership in the credit card division of Bank of Baroda Financial Solutions Limited. Correct. As of now, Bank of Baroda, they owns 100% of the ownership rights and they are willing to sell 49% of the same. Correct. Next. In August, Central Bureau of Investigation CBI Academy has joined as the Dash member of Interpol Global Academy Network. So CBI Investigation Academy or Central Bureau of Investigation Academy, that is your CBI Academy, they became 10th member to join the Interpol Global Academy Network. And Interpol, this stands for your International Police. Correct. The CBI Academy, where is this located? This is located in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, and they became the 10th member to join this Interpol Global Academy Network. If we talk about this Interpol Global Academy Network, this was established in 2019, correct, and it was under the leadership of Interpol's Capacity Building and Trading Directorate. The main goal here was to spearhead a worldwide strategy for law enforcement training. Correct. So CBI Academy now became the 10th member to join this Interpol Global Academy network. The 10 members that we are talking about here: Abu Dhabi, Argentina, Austria, Botswana, Colombia, India now, Korea, Rwanda, Saudi Arabia, and Spain. So these are the 10 members now, and 10th member is India. Next, name the ministry that has recently launched Indian Web Browser Development Challenge to create an indigenous web browser with advanced security features. So it is your Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology, right? They have recently launched this Indian Web Browser Development Challenge, and it is to develop India's own indigenous web browser with all advanced features that we are seeing in the market right now, right? For example, some of the famous web browsers that we use today, they are your Google Chrome, correct, and then is your Safari that is launched by Apple for their own products. So now India wants to reduce the dependence, that we know that we are the largest populous country in the world, right? So we have so much population, and all of that population is using the web browser that is provided by the company of USA, that is your Google, correct? So India's thought that why not we should develop our own web browser that will be used by Indians, correct? And for the same, they started this challenge, that is your, or they have launched this campaign, or they launched this program, that is Indian Web Browser Development Challenge, and it was to create our own indigenous web browser with advanced security features, right? The total prize money of this challenge was 3.41 crore rupees, and the winner will receive a prize of 1 crore and ongoing support for the future development of their browser. So right option here becomes option second. Next, which state has recently received the support from NABARD to get a GI tag for 5 traditional products including Nathwara Pichwai craft, right? So which is the state that recently got the support from the NABARD to get a GI tag for 5 traditional products that will include Nathwara Pichwai craft? It is Rajasthan, correct. Next thing, if I ask you the state which has the highest number of GI tags, it is Tamil Nadu, correct. So recently was Rajasthan that received a support from NABARD, that is your National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. They got the GI tag for 5 traditional products including Nathwara Pichwai craft, correct. This Nathwara Pichwai craft, this has a 400-year-old history that depicts the glorious life of Lord Krishna. Then remember, these paintings were used to decorate the walls of temples in Nathwara district of Rajasthan. And 5 other products apart from including this Nathwara Pichwai craft. So a total of 5 products have got the GI tag, and it was Rajasthan that got the support of NABARD for the same.
Next is Khel Maharan. Which state will organize this Khel Maharan? It is Assam government, right? Then next, tell me, India's first agriculture data exchange was launched by Telangana. India's first agriculture data exchange. Then a web app by the name Sin Suchna. Sin Suchna is the name of a web application that was launched by which state's chief minister? It was launched by Gujarat's chief minister. Then CM Solar Mission. This was launched by which state? It was launched by Meghalaya. CM Solar Mission. Then recently, in which state center has approved the establishment of a new spaceport? New spaceport. So it is in Tamil Nadu. Next, remember, recently Odisha government is planning to open CSP plus banking outlets in 4373 gram panchayats, correct. Next, remember, which state government is planning to build country's largest IT hub in Lucknow? As I mentioned, Lucknow is in UP. So it is your Uttar Pradesh government that is planning to develop country's largest IT hub there.
Next, in August, Dash constituted a sectoral committee to frame the unique regulatory landscape and address challenges that are faced by Dash members banks operating within the GIFT city in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So remember IBA, Indian Banks Association, they recently constituted a sectoral committee that was framed to unique regulatory landscape, that is to frame various unique landscapes or various unique regulations that will be focusing and solving the problems of the banks of which area of specifically of GIFT city Gandhinagar, Gujarat, right? And this sectoral committee that was set up by IBA consists of 26 members. I repeat, so IBA, they will be setting up this sectoral committee that consists of 26 members, and it is for all the banks that are operating within the GIFT city Gandhinagar, Gujarat, various challenges that are faced by them, and to solve those problems this committee was set up. The committee is intended to function as a bridge that will be connecting the banking sector and the regulatory bodies, ensuring effective communication and resolution of concerns and perspectives of the banks that are in GIFT city Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Correct? So right option here is Indian Bank Association, and this will be a 26 member sectoral committee. Next, which company recently launched Nirakshi, that is India's first indigenous autonomous underwater vehicle to detect mines. So it is your GRSE, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. They recently launched Nirakshi, correct? And it is to, what is this Nirakshi? Nirakshi is the name of the India's first autonomous underwater vehicle, and it is to detect mines. That is Nirakshi. Nirakshi stands for eyes in the water. That is India's first of its kind indigenous autonomous underwater vehicle. Correct? And where was this used? It was used in Kolkata, West Bengal for the first time, and it was used to detect mines. This Nirakshi, this is an orange colored prototype that that is a 2.1 meter long prototype, right? And it weighs about 45 kilometers. It can be underwater for 4 hours, correct? And it can go up to 300 meter deep in water. So this Nirakshi was developed by GRSE, and it is an autonomous underwater vehicle, that is AUV, to detect mines. See, AUV stands for autonomous underwater vehicle, right? UAV stands for unmanned aerial vehicle. So you should know the difference between AUV and UAV. This is basically, UAVs are your drones. Next, name the company that has recently delivered 200th empennage of C-130J, that is world's workhorse Super Hercules under Make in India initiative. So the company that has recently delivered the 200th empennage of C-130J, that is Super Hercules under the Make in India initiative, it is your Tata Lockheed Martin's Aerostructure Limited, right? They have delivered the 200th empennage, correct? And it was made under Make in India initiative, correct? And it is for the Super Hercules aircraft that was manufactured in USA for India, correct? And this empennage of C-130J, that is Super Hercules aircraft, it is delivered to the facility of Hyderabad in India, and it was delivered by Tata Lockheed Martin Aerostructures Limited. It was developed in India only under Make in India initiative for this Super Hercules aircraft, that is C-130J, and for this 200th empennage was delivered by this organization. Next, which defense sector has recently secured a patent for accident prevention system based on artificial intelligence to enhance the road safety and mitigate accidents? It is our Indian Army, correct? They secured a patent, and basically these patents are for 10 years, remember that. So Indian Army secured the patents for an accident prevention system based on artificial intelligence. This will enhance the road safety and reduce the accidents. This is developed within the Indian Army's Research and Development Division, and Colonel Kuldeep Yadav have been credited with this prevention system, correct? Next thing, remember, this patent is valid for a duration of 20 years, right? So not 10 years, corrected, it is valid for 20 years. So right option here is Indian Army have the patent for this accident prevention system based on artificial intelligence.
Next, remember Global Maritime India Summit. This will be held in October. Then Make My Trip has partnered with Tourism Ministry to showcase India. Then next, remember Purushottam Rupala, he launched A Health program. And which state launched this A Health program? It was launched in Gujarat. Right? Then which state will be providing IVF treatment free of cost in government hospital? It is Goa. Then next, tell me who will launch, which country will launch BRICS Startup Forum. So BRICS Startup Forum will be launched by our country, India, right? And which country will be buying India's Dornier 228, not 228, which country is planning to buy India's Dornier aircraft that are manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited? It is Guyana. And remember, India as a friendly gesture delivered Dornier 228, second Dornier 22 aircraft to Sri Lanka as a friendly gesture, right?
Next is, when was the World Biofuel Day 2023 observed across the globe? So this World Biofuel Day is observed on 10th of August across the globe, and it is to create awareness about the importance of non-fossil fuels or the biofuels, correct, as they are the alternative source for the conventional sources of energy, that is your diesel, petrol, correct, as they create pollution and they are harmful for our environment. So that is the reason we need to promote these biofuels, and that is the reason we want to create awareness by observing this World Biofuel Day, correct. Next, then remember, it was your Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas that initiated the observance of the World Biofuel Day in India in 2015. Next, remember, India is the third largest primary energy consumer in the world after China and USA. So remember, China is the world's largest energy consumer, followed by USA, and in third position it is our India. Next, when was World Lion Day observed across the globe? It is on 10th of August we observe World Lion Day, right? And it is to remember or to create awareness about the threats that are faced by lion population across the world. What is the scientific name of lion? It is Panthera leo, right? For tiger, what is the scientific name? It is Panthera tigris, correct. For tiger it is Panthera leo, oh sorry, for lion it is Panthera leo, and for tiger it is Panthera tigris. The first ever World Lion Day was observed in the year 2013. Next, who has been recently conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 by Madhya Pradesh government? It is Anil Dhupar, right? All India Tennis Association Secretary General Anil Dhupar has been conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 by the Madhya Pradesh government for his contribution to the sports in the state, right? Also remember, a former state champion Anil Dhupar was also previously conferred with the Vikram Award in tennis by the Madhya Pradesh government, and recently the Madhya Pradesh government has awarded or conferred Lifetime Achievement Award for 2022 to Anil Dhupar, who is the Secretary General of All India Tennis Association. Next, which port has recently become the fastest major port by clocking a record cargo throughput of 50.16 metric ton cargo in the current fiscal year? So remember, it is your Paradip port of Odisha, right? It became the fastest major port by clocking a record cargo throughput of 50.16 MMT cargo in the fiscal year 23, that exhibits a growth of 6.5% over the corresponding period of the previous fiscal year, right? So it is your Paradip port, and where is it is located? It is located in Odisha. Next, name the railway station that recently became the third pink station in Central Railways. It is your New Amravati railway station. Where is this New Amravati railway station? It is in Amravati in the state of Maharashtra, correct. It became the third station within Central Railway and the first station in the Bhusawal division of Central Railways to be designated as pink station. This pink station means that all the staff here are women. I repeat, pink station here means that all the people working here are women, right? They have all women staff, correct? And it is the third pink station, that is New Amravati railway station located in Amravati, Maharashtra. Next, then the first pink station to be in India was opened in 2017. That is your Matunga suburban station in Mumbai. And second was opened in 2018. That is Ajni station, that is in the Nagpur division of Maharashtra. And third is your New Amravati railway station in Amravati, Maharashtra. That is a third pink station. Next, which among the following points are correct with respect to World Trade Statistical Review 2023 that was released by World Trade Organization in August 2023? Among the option, we have to tell which among the following is correct. A. India ranked 10th among the leading exporters in the world merchandise trade 2022, while USA topped the leading exporters list in the world merchandise trade of 2023. So remember here, India, what is the rank of India? India ranked 18th, not 10th, among the leading exporters in the world merchandise export trade. And if we talk about who topped here, it is not USA, actually it is China that has topped the leading exporters list in the world merchandise trade 2023. So China was on the top, followed by USA, China, USA and Germany was on the third position in the top 3 exporters in world merchandise trade. Then similarly, if we are talking about the top 3 countries in terms of importers in the world merchandise trade, it will be your USA, China and Germany. This is for importers and this is for exporters, right? So India's rank in the exporter index here in the exporters list in the world merchandise trade is 18th. So option A is wrongly mentioned here. B. India is ranked 9th among the merchandise importers data, while the USA topped the importers list in the world in the merchandise trade 2023. So yes, option B is correctly mentioned here. Rank of India is 9 in terms of import and USA topped the importers world merchandise trade list. Then India is ranked globally 7th among the exporters and 9th among the importers in the world commercial services. Now if we are talking about world commercial services import and export, the rank of India was 7th in terms of exporters and 9th in terms of importers. So yes, option C is also correctly mentioned here. So this is the data that B and C is right here, but you have to remember the whole data in which index that we are talking about. If in merchandise or if we are talking about commercial, both you have to remember what is the rank of India and who topped here. Next, India pledged to support 700,000 US dollar from the India UNDP fund to dash country's clean water initiative and community development in school project. So remember, India and UNDP recently started this fund and it was to help various countries. So under this fund only, remember, India has pledged 700,000 US dollar, correct, under this India UNDP fund. It was to fund the project in Tuvalu's, right? And it is a Pacific island nation, and this amount of money, this 700,000 US dollar, will be used for the various development projects of water related to Tuvalu city, correct? So it can be your clean water initiatives, community development, then clean water projects in various schools or in various community halls, correct? So basically, in order to provide clean water to the people in the community of Tuvalu, this 700,000 US dollar was pledged by India from their India UNDP fund, correct? So right option is option 5 here.
Next is, which of the following points is incorrect with respect to third bi-monthly monetary policy statement for fiscal year 24 released by RBI in August? So if we look at it, which among the following is incorrect? Assuming all are correct, if we see the option C that is marked here, that the bank rate is capped at 6.25% is wrong here. What is the actual bank rate here? 6.75%. So if we look at the options, so we can say that only option C is wrongly mentioned here, which is our option. But we should know the other information also, that RBI's Monetary Policy Committee capped the policy repo rate at 6.5%, right? Reverse repo rate at 3.35%, marginal standing facility rate at 6.75%, then GDP growth retained at 6.5% in fiscal year 24, then cash reserve ratio was at 4.5% and statutory liquidity ratio was at 18%. Correct. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited? He will be Amit Jhingran. Right? IRDAI, they have approved the appointment of Amit Jhingran as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited. And Amit Jhingran, he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Mahesh Kumar Sharma, the incumbent MD and CEO of SBI Life. Currently, Amit Jhingran, he is serving as the Chief General Manager in the State Bank of India in Hyderabad Circle, Telangana. Right? So, who has been appointed as the new MD and CEO of SBI Life Insurance Company? Amit Jhingran. Next, which country recently launched the Luna 25 mission, the first lunar mission since 1976, aboard a Soyuz 2.1B frigate rocket, and this has crash landed, correct, and this was aiming to reach the south pole of moon, but now it has crash landed and this mission is a failure. It is of Russia. Now everyone is eyeing that Chandrayaan 3 will be the first mission to reach the south pole of moon, because no one has reached there yet, correct, and Chandrayaan 3 is of India. So this Luna 25 mission, it was of Russia, that is a failure mission now. Next, which state government recently launched Har Ghar Tiranga campaign by hosting the national flag on Gorakhnath temple? So remember, it was UP. UP state government launched this Har Ghar Tiranga campaign by hosting the national flag on the Gorakhnath temple. Correct? So remember, the important thing about this, basically this was to promote independence, right? It was to celebrate Independence Day. If we talk about Independence Day, remember this was the 77th edition of Independence Day that we observed, and it was the 76th anniversary. If asked about which anniversary did we observe of Independence Day, it will be the 76th anniversary. But if asked that which edition of Independence Day did we observe, it is your 77th Independence Day. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to National Space Innovation Challenge 2023 held in August 2023? So if we look at the option A, Atal Innovation Mission partnered with ISRO and Navras EdTech Private Limited to launch National Space Innovation Challenge 2023. So yes, option A is correctly marked. B, NSIC, that is your National Space Innovation Challenge 2023. This is a national level campaign designed to bridge the gap in the Indian space economy and the future space workforce and encourage the future space entrepreneurs. So yes, option B is also right. Third, NSIC 2023 will be open from 11th of August to 20th of September. So yes, option 3 is also correctly marked. So remember, A, that is a mission of Niti Aayog only. They have partnered with ISRO and Navras EdTech Private Limited to launch this National Space Innovation Challenge NSIC, and this is designed to bridge the gap in the Indian space economy and the future space work and to encourage the future space entrepreneurs, as new innovations will be done, new technology will be coming with the launch of new startups. And remember, this NSIC will be open from 11th of August to 20th of September. This will be carried out in two categories, category 1 and 2. Category 1 is for 5th to 8th class and category 2 is from 9th to 12th class. Next, which among the following personalities has recently launched direct benefit transfer in National Apprentice Promotion Scheme to encourage the participation of both corporates and young individuals towards apprentice training? It is our Dharmendra Pradhan, our education minister, right? He has launched this direct benefit transfer in National Apprentice Promotion Scheme. This will be encouraging apprentice is basically internship, right? So in order to provide benefits, direct benefit transfer to these apprentices, this National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme was launched. As a part of this direct benefit transfer, an amount of approximately 15 crore rupees was dispersed to 1 lakh apprentices, right, and up to a maximum of 1500 rupees per month per apprentice will be provided here. Next, name the naval exercise that recently saw the participation of Indian Navy and UAE Navy in Dubai, UAV. So it is your exercise Zayed Talwar, correct. It is a bilateral naval maritime partnership exercise Zayed Talwar. It was held between Indian Navy, right, and UAE Navy, correct? Where, what was the location? It was Dubai, UAE, where this particular exercise was carried out, correct? This naval exercise, that is Zaid Talwar. Now the next thing becomes important is that which Indian naval ship took part here. It is your INS Vishakha Patnam, and second is your INS Trikand. So these are two Indian naval ships that took part in this Zaid Talwar that was held between Indian Navy and UAE Navy, and the location where this was held is Dubai, UAE. Next, which country's men's hockey team has recently won Asian Championship Trophy Chennai 2023 by defeating Malaysia in the finals? It is our India. Our Indian men's hockey team has won the Asian Championship Trophy held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. And the Indians men's hockey team has won the Hero Asian Championship Trophy title by defeating Malaysia by 4-3 in the finals held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Correct? Then remember, it was India's fourth victory in this tournament. First was in 2011, 2016, 2018, 2013, and now in 2023. Sorry, I correct here. It is 2023. These are the four victory, and this is the fourth time that India has won this Asian Championship. Apart from this, we can say India won the gold medal here. Then Malaysia won silver, and which was on the third position. Which country? It is Japan for the bronze medal. Next, Padma Shri awardee Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao passed away in August 2023. In which year did he receive Padma Shri Award for Science and Engineering? So it was in 2010. Former president of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, that is in Bangalore, Karnataka. He was awarded with Padma Shri Award in 2010 for Science and Tech, and he is Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao, or late Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao. Then remember, he served as the president of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research from 2003 till 2013. Next is, what was the theme of International Youth Day that was observed across the globe by UN on 12th of August? So the theme that you need to remember here is Green Skills for Youth Towards a Sustainable World. Right? This is the theme that was observed on 12th of August for your International Youth Day. Here only remember, the first ever International Youth Day was observed on 12th of August. Correct? And this day is observed to celebrate the potential and contributions of young individuals to society and to create awareness about the problems faced by them globally. Right? So this is your Green Skills for Youth Towards a Sustainable World. This is your theme for the International Youth Day. Next, when was the World Elephant Day observed annually around the globe? So World Elephant Day is observed around the globe on 12th of August. Right? Then there is a theme for this day, that is ending the illegal wildlife trade. I repeat, ending the illegal wildlife trade. This is the theme for the World Elephant Day observed on 12th of August. Correct? And elephants, they are also known by the name gentle giants. Then remember, President Draupadi Murmu, she inaugurated Gaj Utsav. This was at the Kaziranga National Park, right, in Assam. Correct? And it was to Gaj, this Gaj Utsav. Gaj is a synonym to that of elephant only, remember, in Hindi. Correct? So Gaj Utsav was celebrated at or inaugurated at the Kaziranga National Park, that is in Assam, and it was to mark the 30 years of Project Elephant. Next, name the NIT, that is your name the information technology company, name the IT company that recently won the contract to redesign and build a new version of the public procurement platform of government e-marketplace. So it is your TCS, right? The company that recently won the contract to redesign and rebuild a new version of the public procurement platform, that is GEM portal, correct? Similar to that of GEM portal. This new GEM platform will be based on e-commerce and e-marketplace principles with multiple tenancy, multi-role multilingual, open source and open API based architecture. So which is it? It is your TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, right? This is the company that has won the contract to rebuild and redesign a new version of the GEM portal, that is your public procurement platform. Correct? This government e-marketplace, that is your GEM portal, this is a one-stop portal to facilitate online procurement of various common use goods and services that are required by various government departments, organizations, PSUs, etc. And GEM portal aims to enhance transparency and efficiency as well as speed in the public procurement. Next.
Next, which insurance company recently entered into a bancassurance tie-up with Standard Chartered Bank to sell health insurance product? It is your Star Health and Allied Insurance. They recently entered into a bancassurance. What is bancassurance? When an insurance company and a bank ties up together, where the insurance company will be selling their insurance product to the customers of the bank. That is your bancassurance. Correct? So recently, which insurance company tied up with Standard Chartered Bank? That is your SCB Bank. It is your Star Health and Allied Insurance tied up with your SCB Bank under this bancassurance. Next, SEBI has mandated FPIs, foreign portfolio investors, to place at least how much percent of their trade on corporate bonds through RFQ platform of stock exchanges. So SEBI has mandated to foreign portfolio investors for foreign portfolio investors that they should invest at least 10% of their trades in corporate bonds through the request for quote platform of stock exchanges with effect from 1st of October 2023. So at least 10% of their investment should be in the corporate bonds through the request for quote platform of stock exchange. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Prime Minister of Cambodia for 5-year term? He will be Hun Manet. Right? Cambodia's King Norodom Sihanouk has issued a royal decree appointing Hun Manet as the new Prime Minister of Cambodia, and he will be in this position for 5 years. Correct? Then remember, Hun Manet, he is the son of Hun Sen, the former Prime Minister of Cambodia and one of the Asia's longest serving Prime Minister. Hun Manet will succeed Hun Sen, his father, who has ruled for about 38 years. Correct? So Hun Manet has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Cambodia for the next 5 years. Next, ACC has extended the tenure of Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, the chairman of Dash Company, for a period of 1 year, that is from September 1, 2023 till August 31st, 2024. So remember, Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, you should know by the name itself that he is the chairman of Indian Oil Corporation Limited. Right? So he is the chairman of IOCL, whose chairmanship or whose term has been extended by ACC for next 1 year, and this is from 1st of September 2023 till 31st of August 2024. Correct? And remember, Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, he took the charge of chairman of IOC on 1st of July in 2020. Correct? And he was superannuated from the service on 31st of August 2023, and now his term has been again extended from 1st of September till 31st of August for 1 year. Next, when was the Quit India Movement 2023 observed across India? So remember, it was 8th of August, right? We observe this day as the Quit India Movement. And this Quit India Movement, when was this launched? This was launched in 1942, that is on 8th of August 1942 it was launched. And remember, in 2023 it is the 81st anniversary of this Quit India Movement we will be observing. This movement is also known as by the name August Movement. Correct? And it was a mass civil disobedience campaign that was basically for demanding India's independence from the British rule. This Quit India Movement was the result of the failure of the Cripps mission that was in April 1942, and then on 8th of August Quit India Movement was launched. This was launched by which party? It was launched by Indian National Congress, and this was led by whom? It was led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi ji. Correct. So remember, it is on 8th of August that we observe Quit India movement. Next, which state's road transport corporation has recently won Asia's Best Brand Employer Award under the organization with innovative HR practice category? It is Karnataka. Correct. I repeat, Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation. It has won Asia's Best Brand Employer Award under the category Organization with Innovative HR Practices. Right. This award was announced during the 14th edition of the 18th Brand Congress that was held on Tuesday, and it was presented on 18th of August on 17th of August in Singapore. So it is your Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation that has won the Asia's Best Brand Employer Award under the Organization with Innovative HR Practices category. Next is the change of a name. Remember, question asked here is which state government has recently changed the name of Itavri station to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Itavri station? It is the state of Maharashtra. Right? Maharashtra government has decided to change the name of Itvari, not Itavri, Itvari station. Where is this located? It is located in the state of Maharashtra, and the name has been changed to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Itvari station. Correct. Do remember this. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari played an important role in ensuring such a tribute could be paid to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Correct. So coming back, Maharashtra state has this Itvari station and it was renamed to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Itvari station. Next, which company has recently bagged an order worth 165 crore rupees to supply 200 mini altitude logistic drones and accessories to Indian Army? I repeat, which company recently bagged an order worth 165 crore rupees and it is to supply 200 medium altitude logistic drones as well as various accessories to the Indian Army? Which is the organization that has bagged this order? It is your Dhaksha Unmanned Systems, right? Dhaksha Unmanned System. This is Chennai, Tamil Nadu based drone manufacturer Dhaksha Unmanned System, that is also known by DUMS. Correct. And they have recently bagged the order worth 165 crore rupees that is to supply 200 medium altitude logistic drones along with various accessories to the Indian Army. Correct. Apart from this, DUMS, they have also won a contract from the IFCO, and it is for the agriculture cooperative unit to supply 400 agriculture spraying drones. Right, agriculture spraying drones. So two contracts we are seeing here for Dhaksha Unmanned System. One is for 165 crore rupees. It is for 200 medium altitude logistic drones and it is for Indian Army. And second order is with IFCO for 400 agriculture spraying drones. And these 400 agriculture spraying drones are set to be delivered in the next 12 months. Right. Next, UNDP country and India's e-government foundation signed a memorandum of understanding to tackle the critical challenges of the infectious medical waste management. So remember, it is UNDP, Indonesia, and India's e-government. Let me write here. UNDP of Indonesia and India's e-government foundation, they signed together a memorandum of understanding and it is to tackle the critical challenges of infectious medical waste management. Right, the medical waste that is increasing in Indonesia, it needs to be taken care of, as well as we are seeing, for example, if we take of COVID-19 only, because of the COVID-19 we are seeing a rise in the medical waste of our masks. Right, then we will be seeing rise in gloves also, hand sanitizers, right, the bottles of those hand sanitizer. This waste is increasing, just for an example. Correct. So in order to tackle the waste that is being generated in Indonesia specifically, UNDP Indonesia and India's e-government foundations came together and signed this MOU to tackle and find various ways that how can we reduce that medical waste and the waste that has been generated. What are the various ways that we can take care of that particular waste? Correct. Apart from this, UNDP Indonesia through their Me Smile, they are collaborating and utilizing the expertise of regional and global partners. Here, Me Smile, they have started managing the medical waste in 32 hospitals and one healthcare center, right? And this Me Smile is of Indonesia only. So, in order to tackle the medical waste of Indonesia, UNDP Indonesia and India's e-government foundation signed this MOU, right? Next, which small finance bank recently became the first bank in India to offer 24 by 7 video banking facility for 365 days? It is your AU Small Finance Bank. This is India's largest small finance bank. They became the first bank in India to offer 24 by 7 for 365 days video banking facility to all their customers, right? For free of cost. Here, video banking provides customers with a branch like experience, enabling them to engage in face to face interactions with AU video banking relation managers over a video call. And the customers needs to be at least 18 years of age for making this or basically using this facility of video call. So it is your AU Small Finance Bank that is providing various video banking facilities 24 by 7 all around 365 days, that is for the whole year, to the customers of Small Finance Bank. This is for AU Small Finance Bank. Next, name the payment bank that recently launched India's first eco-friendly debit card. It is your Airtel Payment Bank, and this payment bank became the first Indian bank to launch such an eco-friendly debit card, and it is for its new customers and existing customers with a saving bank account, and they are providing the first eco-friendly debit card. This eco-friendly debit card will be made from the recycled polyvinyl chloride, that is your RPVC material, correct? This is an eco-friendly material only, and this will be used to make these eco-friendly debit cards. Next, Ali Mehman Lamin Zain was appointed as the transitional prime minister of which country? So Ali Mehman Lamin Zain was appointed as the prime minister of Niger, correct? Directly remember this. Next, option 1 is correct here. Next, which among the following companies recently merged with Tata Capital Limited after the Competition Commission of India's approval? So it is your Tata Cleantech Capitals Limited and Tata Capital Finance Service Limited. They have recently merged with Tata Capital Limited after the approval from CCI. So option D is rightly mentioned here, correct? TCL, registered with RBI, is a core investment company. Their main focus of TCL here is on investing in the subsidiary companies operating in the financial sector. This TCFSL, that is Tata Capital Financial Service Limited, this is fully owned subsidiary of TCL, and it is a non-banking financial company that comes under RBI supervision. And if we talk about TCCL, this is another subsidiary of TCL only, and it is an RBI registered NBFC. So recently these two will be merged with TCL. Next,
Which company aced its first ever private astronaut mission in August 2023 with a 6-person yacht aboard its VSS Unity space plane that lifted off from New Mexico Spaceport, America, USA? So it is your Virgin Galactic, right? Virgin Galactic's first private astronaut on a landmark mission. The company aced their first ever private astronaut mission last week, that is a 6-person yacht aboard its VSS Unity space plane that is called Galactic 02 that was lifted off New Mexico Spaceport from America. Those 6 folks experienced a few minutes of weightlessness and got to see the Earth against the blackness of space. So it is your Virgin Galactic. Next, PFRDA in coordination with the Dash has integrated the National Pension System Statement of Transactions with the Consolidated Account Statement. So PFRDA in coordination with which organization? So PFRDA along with SEBI, they have integrated the National Pension System Statement of Transaction with Consolidated Account Statement. Now PFRDA has enabled the central record keeping agencies to integrate it with the depositories that are registered with SEBI to provide NPS subscribers with the option to include these NPS transactions in consolidated account statements. Correct? So it is your SEBI along with PFRDA. Next, Zerodha Broking Limited received the final approval from SEBI to launch asset management company, that is Zerodha Asset Management Private Limited, called Zerodha Fund House. Question asked here is that who has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Zerodha Fund House? He is Vishal Jain. Correct? So Vishal Jain has been appointed as the CEO of Zerodha Fund House. Previously, he headed the exchange traded funds, that is your ETF division of Nippon Life India Asset Management Limited. And SEBI new timeline for the exit option window provide given the mutual fund unit holders in the event of change in the control of AMC. Correct? So coming back earlier here, it was under the new guidelines, the change of the AMC will require the unit holders of mutual fund to grant the choice of existing at the NAV value, correct, within a span of 15 days. That was earlier 30 days. And now who has been appointed as the CEO of Zerodha Fund House? Vishal Jain. And question can be asked that which platform, and we know this Zerodha, remember this is a platform where you can buy and sell equities or your shares, we can say. Correct? Similar type of platform is your Grow. Correct? And Zerodha Broking Limited, they received the final approval from SEBI to launch their asset management company, that is Zerodha Asset Management Private Limited, called Zerodha Fund House. So it was launched. And who is the CEO here of this new AMC of Zerodha, that is your Zerodha Fund House? He will be Vishal Jain. Next, which country has recently appointed Anwar ul Haq Kakar as the 8th caretaker prime minister? This was after the dissolvement of the former prime minister Shehbaz Sharif government, right? So we can say he has become the 8th caretaker prime minister of Pakistan. Anwar ul Haq Kakar, he became the 8th caretaker prime minister of Pakistan after the dissolvement of former prime minister Shehbaz Sharif government. Next, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, that is of ISRO, collaborated with Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment and conducted a series of drogue parachute deployment test for Gaganyaan mission at the rail track rocket sled facility that is located in Chandigarh. Coming back, remember Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in collaboration with Aerial Delivery Research Development Establishment, they together recently tested drogue parachute, right? And this was tested for the Gaganyaan mission. This was tested at the rail track rocket sled facility that is located in Chandigarh. Come back, right? Important, mark this. Then this drogue parachute, this is a 5.8 meters long, and these direct parachutes find their place within pyro based devices called mortars, and it is a ribbon style configuration, and it is tested for the Gaganyaan mission. Next, Padma Bhushan awardee and founder of Sulabh International Social Service Organization, Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak, recently passed away. He received Padma Bhushan in field of social service in which year? So remember, Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak, he is also known as the Toilet Man of India. Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak, he was the founder of the Sulabh International Social Service Organization. He was awarded with Padma Bhushan in the year 1991 for social service. Then he was also honored with UN Habitat Scroll of Honor 2003 award, correct? And he also received United Nations Environments Program Global 500 Scroll of Honor award. Then in 2009, he received the Stockholm Water Prize, right? Then in 2016, he received WHO Public Health Champion award also, correct? And he passed away at the age of 80 in New Delhi. And he received this Padma Bhushan in the year 1991. Next, in August, this Indian football player and former Indian captain passed away. Mohammad Habib, right? Indian footballer, player and former Indian footballer team captain Mohammad Habib recently passed away at the age of 74 in Hyderabad, correct? He was born in Hyderabad, and now, correct, he passed away at the age of 74 in Hyderabad, Telangana only. He was referred to as Bade Mia, correct? Next, he was awarded with Arjuna Award in the field for football in 1980. right? And he was also conferred with the East Bengal Bharat Gaurav Award in 2016, and in 2018 he was awarded with Banga Vibhushan. Next, when was the Partition Horrors Remembrance Day observed across India? It is on 14th of August that every year we observe this Partition Horrors Remembrance Day, and this was started in 2021. So we can say this is the third ever edition of this Partition Horrors Remembrance Day that was observed in 2023, as the first ever edition was in 2021. Next, which state government has recently launched the Gramin Mitra scheme to provide doorstep delivery of government services across the state and promote digital empowerment in rural areas? So, which is the state government that launched this Gramin Mitra scheme to provide doorstep delivery of various government services? It is Goa, right? And this is specifically to provide these government services, doorstep delivery of government services to the rural areas, and the rural population of Goa can benefit from this particular doorstep delivery scheme. This was launched. This scheme will play an important role to bridge the digital gap between the rural and urban areas, and Goa is the first state to offer doorstep delivery of government services through the Gramin Mitra scheme for village level entrepreneurs. Next, which state government will become the India's first to complete digitization of reproductive and child health care services? It is Rajasthan. Important. Rajasthan will become the first state in India with a complete digitization of reproductive and child health services following the implementation of a project with the assistance of a global health organization, right? National Health Mission of and Rajasthan has signed a memorandum of understanding with Johns Hopkins program for international education in gynecology and obstetrics for the digestion work. Correct. So coming back, state, it is your Rajasthan that is India's first state to complete digitization of reproductive and child health services, and it is your National Health Mission of Rajasthan. They signed this MOU with John Hopkins program for international education in gynecology and obstetrics, right? So friends, these are your important current affairs for the second week of August. I hope the session was up to the mark and you have learned many things. You have revised multiple things. If you find the session up to the mark, do like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. Next, moving on, India's first 3D printed post office building will be inaugurated where? Right? We are talking about the India's first 3D printed post office building that will be inaugurated where? So remember, it was inaugurated by Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, who is a Union Minister for Railways, Communication and Electronics and IT. Correct? He inaugurated this 3D printed post office that is located in Bangalore. Right? And Bangalore is in Karnataka. Correct. And so correct option here becomes option 4. This new 3D printed post office building will be inaugurated in Bangalore, Karnataka. Then this new post office, it was created using 3D concrete printing technology by L&T Construction. So question can be asked that this 3D post office building was constructed by whom? It was constructed by L&T. Correct. Apart from this, if we talk about 3D printed infrastructure, first remember a 3D printed house was built on IIT Madras campus. Next remember, Indian Army also inaugurated a 2-story 3D printed dwelling unit for the soldiers at Ahmedabad cantonment in Gujarat. And now we are seeing a 3D printed post office building that was inaugurated in Bangalore, Karnataka, and it was inaugurated by Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav. Next, which organization developed National Carbon Registry to help countries meet the climate targets? So it is your United Nations Development Program, headquarter of which is in New York, USA, right? They have recently developed an open source software. This is your National Carbon Registry. So this is an open source software, right, that will allow the countries to effectively manage national data and process the trading carbon credits. If we talk about this National Carbon Registry, the registry will follow national and international best practices that are based on inputs from various countries, and it will result on ongoing work by the Digital for Climate Working Group, D4C. What does it? It is your
digital for climate, right? This digital for climate group, this will include UNDP, World Bank, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Correct? So remember this. Coming back, which was the organization that has developed this National Carbon Registry? That is an open source software that will help countries to meet climate targets. They will be sharing their data and it will help to enhance the development in other areas also. Correct? So it is your UNDP. What is carbon credit? We will be hearing this term long. Carbon credit. This carbon credit is the amount of money that is linked to the reduction, elimination, or avoidance of greenhouse emissions that is equal to 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent. Correct? Now, if we talk about UNDP, who is the administrator here? Akim Steiner, headquarter USA, and it was established in 1965. Recently, if you remember, which rocket has crash landed on the moon, or which country's rocket it was that crash landed on moon? It was of Russia's mission, right? And the name of the spacecraft was Luna 25, and it has crash landed. And now all the eyes are on India's mission Chandrayaan 3, correct? As it will become the first spacecraft or first satellite or first mission from Earth that will be landing on the south pole of the moon. Next, India will hand over which marine surveillance aircraft to Sri Lanka? So it is your Dornier 228, right? So India has presented Indian Navy's Dornier 228 marine surveillance aircraft to Sri Lankan Air Force. Correct? To Sri Lankan Air Force. And this was at an event that was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. On the occasion of India's 77th Independence Day celebration, this was a gift presented to Sri Lanka by India. Right? This marks the second Dornier aircraft provided to Sri Lankan Air Force through a grant from the Indian government. The arrival of this aircraft is under a turnaround of the earlier aircraft provided by India to Sri Lanka in 2022. This replaces the first Dornier aircraft, which served for a year and was returned to India for maintenance. Right? Then remember, in 2018, Sri Lanka requested for India for 2 Dornier reconnaissance aircraft to enhance the maritime surveillance capabilities of Sri Lanka. Following the request, India decided to provide Dornier 228, which was a part of Indian Navy's fleet, correct? And it was provided to Sri Lanka free of cost for a span of 2 years. And in 2022, India handed over the first Dornier maritime surveillance aircraft. And now this first was returned back to India after 1 year for maintenance. And now the second edition or second Dornier 22 aircraft, marine surveillance aircraft, was provided to Sri Lanka. Correct? Next. So here you can see this is your Dornier 228 aircraft. This Dornier 228 aircraft, it is a 19-seater Dornier 22 aircraft. It is a highly versatile multi-purpose light transport aircraft. Dornier 228 was designed and manufactured for the first time by Dornier, a German aircraft manufacturer. Right? Following the transfer of technology for German corporation to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it began the manufacturing at its transport aircraft division in Kanpur after obtaining a product license. Which organization has mandated finfluencers, not influences, finfluencers? Who are those finfluencers to register with SEBI first of all? So the question is, which organization has mandated finfluencers to register with SEBI? Who are finfluencers? First, finfluencers are those individuals who work on social media platforms by offering various advice, right? How to invest their money, where to invest their money, which stock to pick, when to sell, when to buy, right? And these are those individuals that make videos out of it. They post blogs, they are posting podcasts, right? They are using their audios, they are using their posts, right, in order to attract public and to have more audience. For those influencers, those are known as fintech or finance, not fintech, finance influencers, right? From this it came finfluencers. Now it is these influencers, they will be required to register with SEBI, and these new guidelines will offer safeguard, and these guidelines will safeguard consumers from the consequence of advice from the non-experts, because it is easy for any individual to make content on YouTube regarding buying stocks and selling stocks, right? So they should stop the display or these of these advice if they are not having any registration number, and if they have these registration number, then they should display those registration number along with the name and qualification in the video or post they are providing, correct? So it is your ASCI, that is your Advertising Standard Council of India. They have announced that it is mandatory for all the influencers or finance influencers that are working in the banking, finance service and insurance sector to offer investment advice to be registered with SEBI, correct? And why was this done? To safeguard the consumers from the consequences of ill advice from the non-expert, correct?
President of India recently inaugurated which Indian naval ship? And let me tell you, this Indian naval ship, this was inaugurated by President of India Draupadi Murmu when she visited West Bengal, right? And this marked her second visit to West Bengal as the President of India. So remember, she has inaugurated the sixth ship, right? It is the sixth ship of Project 17A of Indian Navy, and it was at the Garden Reach Shipbuilders Engineers Limited facility, correct, on the banks of the Hooghly River. This was inaugurated, that is located in Kolkata, West Bengal, right? So what is the name of the Indian naval ship? It is Vindhyagiri, right? INS Vindhyagiri. This is the name of the Indian naval ship that was inaugurated by President of India Draupadi Murmu during her visit or during her second visit to West Bengal, and this was inaugurated at the GRSC facility that is on the bank of Hooghly River in Kolkata, West Bengal, right? Another, remember, there was a campaign that was launched by Draupadi Murmu ma'am, and the campaign was My Bengal, Addiction Free Bengal, right? As the name suggests, My Bengal, Addiction Free Bengal. This was a campaign that was launched under Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, correct, in order to curb the drug abuse in the society. Then if we talk about GRSE, Garden Reach Shipbuilders Engineers Limited, who is the chairman and managing director here? PR Hari. Then where is the headquarter? Kolkata, West Bengal. And here the parent ministry is your Ministry of Defense. Next, India recently signed a memorandum of understanding with which country for sharing Indian stack? What does this Indian stack comprises of? Aadhaar card, right? Your DigiLocker, UPI, e-sign. These are some of the facilities that comes under your Indian stack, right? And with the help of these Indian stack, India has been able to cater the large population, right, in order to provide various services, correct, training programs. Then we will be saying various best practices in order to tackle the large population in India, right? And we know that India is having the largest population in the world. So how can we deal with such a large population? So for that, Indian stack has been one of the best segment where we implemented so that we were able to tackle such a large population, correct? So recently, India recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Trinidad and Tobago so that they will be also using the Indian stack now, correct? And this is Indian stack. It is a collection of open APIs and digital public goods that aims to facilitate identity, data and payment services on a large scale. Payment services with UPI and Aadhaar card and DigiLocker, these are the facilities for identity, correct? Under this MOU, both India and TNT, they have agreed to collaborate on various areas of digital transformation by the means of capacity building, training programs, exchange of public officials and experts, and development of pilot or demo solutions, among others, correct? The collection of APIs in the Indian stack, they serve as the foundation upon which various external entities can be constructed software that taps into government identification, payment network, etc., right? Then remember, since 2023 June, India signed MOUs with countries like Armenia, Sierra Leone, Suriname, Antigua and Barbuda to facilitate the sharing of India stack. Also, Mauritius and Saudi Arabia, they have also expressed interest and are at the advanced stage of finalizing the cooperation on the Indian stack. Next is, what is the name of the inaugural exercise to be hosted by Indian Air Force in mid 2024? So remember, Indian Air Force is set to host the biggest ever or the largest ever air exercise ever conducted in India, and it will be the first ever edition. That means we can say it is the inaugural edition, right? So the name of the exercise is Tarang Shakti. This will be the first ever edition. It will be the largest air exercise ever conducted by India, and the exercise is anticipated to involve more than 12 air forces. Correct? And apart from this, remember the sixth edition of COPE India. This COPE India is an exercise that is held between Indian Air Force and US Air Force. So coming back, we are talking about Tarang Shakti. It is the largest ever air exercise that will be ever conducted by India in India only, and it is the first ever edition. It was initially to be scheduled in October November 2023, but now it has been rescheduled until mid 2024. Correct? Various air forces, that is these 12, this will include your France, UK, Australia, US, Japan, etc., are scheduled to take part in this exercise. Then this is your COP India exercise. The sixth edition of this was held between Indian Air Force and United States Air Force. Where was this held? This exercise was held in West Bengal and Agra, UP. Next, Indian football team defeated Dash country football team to win the South Asian Football Federation Bangabandhu Championship for the ninth time. So remember, Indian football team is also known by the name Blue Tigers, and they have defeated Kuwait in the finals to win this South Asian Football Federation Bangabandhu Championship, and it was for the ninth time that India has won this SAFF Bangabandhu Championship. Right? Then if we discuss, it was in 1993, 1997, 1999, 2005, 2009, 2011, 2015, 2021, and now in 2023, India has won this title for the ninth time, and they defeated Kuwait national football team in the finals. Correct? And where was the final event held? It was held in Bangalore, Karnataka.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.